Anticipated 50% sales surge across automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025. Date: January 26, 2025. The projections for a significant 50% sales surge across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025 are underpinned by a convergence of technological advancements, rising consumer demand, and supportive policy frameworks. These sectors are experiencing transformative growth driven by electric vehicles, EVs, renewable energy projects, and the integration of artificial intelligence (AI) into consumer electronics. Automotive sector growth. The automotive sector is witnessing a dramatic shift towards electric vehicles. According to the International Energy Agency (IEA), global EV sales soared to nearly 14 million in 2023, with 95% of these sales concentrated in China, Europe, and the US. In China alone, EVs constituted over one-third of new car registrations, marking a significant milestone in the transition towards sustainable transportation. Projections indicate that by 2025 EVs could account for 50% of new car sales in China, significantly outpacing earlier targets. Local manufacturers are contributing to this surge by offering a competitive array of affordable models, making electric cars more accessible than traditional internal combustion vehicles. Despite the withdrawal of national subsidies in China, the momentum towards EV adoption is expected to continue, propelled by consumer preference and market competitiveness. Renewable energy sector momentum. The renewable energy sector is experiencing robust growth, particularly in utility-scale solar and wind energy. A recent Deloitte report highlighted that in 2024 solar and wind capacity additions represented nearly 90% of new renewable energy builds, with solar surpassing hydropower and nuclear energy as a primary source of electricity. This growth is largely driven by increasing demand for clean energy, which is further fueled by developments in the cleantech manufacturing sector and AI technology. Data centers, for example, are projected to demand an additional 44 gigawatts GW of renewable energy by 2030, emphasizing the urgency for sustainable energy solutions. Consumer electronics and AI integration. The consumer electronics sector is poised for significant growth due to the incorporation of AI technologies which enhance energy efficiency and product capabilities. AI is expected to play a crucial role in optimizing operational efficiencies within renewable energy deployment, thereby facilitating the growth of both the consumer electronics and renewable energy sectors. As technology advances, consumers are increasingly seeking smarter, more efficient devices that align with sustainability goals. Key trends and market dynamics. A prevailing theme across these sectors is the emphasis on technological innovation and sustainability. The automotive industry is expanding its EV offerings, while the renewable energy sector capitalizes on advancements in battery storage and clean energy technologies. In contrast, the U.S. market may face challenges due to potential policy shifts under the incoming Trump administration, which could impact EV incentives and manufacturing competitiveness. Meanwhile, Europe is tightening emissions standards, fostering a favorable environment for EV adoption and potentially leading to a more optimistic outlook compared to the U.S. Timeline of key events. 2023, EV sales reached a record high globally, with China exporting over 4 million cars, including a significant number of EVs. 2024, a surge in solar capacity additions occurred, with investments in clean tech hitting a record $71 billion. 2025, projections suggest that EVs could account for 50% of new car sales in China, while the renewable energy sector continues to thrive amid rising demand for clean energy solutions. Conclusion. The anticipated sales surge across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025 reflects a harmonious alignment of technological advancements, evolving consumer preferences, and favorable policy frameworks. While markets like China and Europe exhibit strong growth trajectories, the U.S. may navigate a more complex landscape influenced by political and regulatory dynamics. Sources: 1. Deloitte Renewable Energy Industry Outlook. 2. IEA Global EV Outlook. 3. MIT Technology Review on EV Growth Dynamics. This report serves as a comprehensive overview of the factors contributing to the expected growth in these sectors, highlighting the interconnected nature of technological advancements and market trends. The anticipated 50% sales surge across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025 presents several counterintuitive insights that challenge conventional expectations about market dynamics, policy impacts, and consumer behavior. Here are the key counterintuitive aspects identified. 1. EV sales growth despite subsidy phase-out. A significant counterintuitive observation is the robust growth of electric vehicle EV sales in China even in the absence of national subsidies. Traditionally, it has been assumed that such subsidies are crucial for maintaining sales momentum. However, in 2023, despite the phase-out of purchase subsidies, EV sales surged by 35%, indicating that consumer demand is driven more by factors like affordability and model availability than by financial incentives. This suggests a maturing market where consumers are increasingly valuing the benefits of EVs, such as lower operating costs and environmental considerations independent of subsidies. 2. Technological advancements driving affordability. The automotive sector is witnessing a notable trend where the price of electric vehicles has significantly decreased, leading to a situation where a majority of EVs sold in China are now cheaper than their internal combustion engine ICE counterparts. This stands in contrast to the expectation that EVs would always be more expensive due to battery costs. The rapid advancements in battery technology combined with increased competition among manufacturers have shifted the market dynamics, making EVs more accessible to the average consumer. 3. Impact of AI on consumer electronics and renewable energy. The integration of AI across consumer electronics and renewable energy sectors reveals a surprising synergy where AI not only enhances operational efficiency but also drives innovation that meets consumer demands. It is often assumed that these sectors evolve independently, but the evidence suggests a collaborative relationship where AI facilitates the deployment of renewable technologies and enhances the functionality of consumer electronics, leading to accelerated growth in both areas. 4. Shifting market dynamics in the US versus global trends. The predictions surrounding the automotive market, particularly in the US, appear to contradict the broader global trends. While global EV sales are set to increase dramatically, the U.S. market faces potential stagnation due to political changes and policy uncertainty under the incoming Trump administration. This presents a counterintuitive scenario where a country with substantial investment in EV manufacturing and technology might lag behind other regions due to regulatory setbacks, highlighting the complex interplay between local policies and global market trends. 5. Consumer electronics growth amid economic uncertainty. The consumer electronics sector is anticipated to grow substantially, driven by advancements in AI and energy efficiency. This is counterintuitive given the economic uncertainties and potential consumer hesitance towards spending on non-essential items. The expectation might be that consumers would tighten their belts, leading to reduced spending in this sector. However, the trend indicates that the demand for innovative and energy-efficient products is robust, suggesting a shift in consumer priorities towards sustainability and technology even in challenging economic climates. 6. Renewables competitive edge against traditional energy sources. The renewable energy sector is expected to thrive despite historical assumptions that fossil fuels would remain dominant due to their established infrastructure and lower immediate costs. The counterintuitive aspect here is that technological advancements and increasing demand from sectors like AI and data centers are creating a scenario where renewables are becoming more economically viable than traditional energy sources even without heavy subsidies. This shift challenges the long-held belief that fossil fuels are the more convenient choice. 7. Policy impacts on market dynamics. The anticipated shifts in U.S. policies under the incoming Trump administration could significantly impact the EV market, potentially stalling growth. This contrasts with the expected continuation of growth in other regions like Europe and China. where stricter emissions regulations and supportive policies are paving the way for accelerated EV adoption. The counterintuitive realization here is that while one region may face regression due to policy shifts, others may experience a boom, underscoring the importance of regulatory environments in shaping market outcomes. 8. Diversity of demand drivers. The demand for renewable energy is not solely driven by environmental concerns but is increasingly influenced by corporate commitments to sustainability, technological innovations, and the integration of AI. This challenges the notion that consumer behavior is primarily motivated by altruistic values, revealing that economic and operational efficiencies are also significant drivers of demand in the renewable sector. These counterintuitive insights indicate that the anticipated sales surge across these sectors is not merely a product of favorable conditions but is deeply influenced by complex interactions between technology policy and consumer behavior. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for stakeholders aiming to navigate the evolving landscape of automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics markets. The anticipated 50% sales surge across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025 is a significant indicator of the broader trends shaping the global economy and technological landscape. While many aspects of this report highlight expected growth driven by factors such as technological advancement and policy support, several crucial points may be overlooked by the general public. 1. China's dominance in EV sales. The report emphasizes that China accounted for nearly 60% of global electric vehicle EV sales in 2023, showcasing its pivotal role in the transition to electric mobility. What many may overlook is the speed at which China is moving towards its targets. The expectation that EV sales in China could exceed 50% of new car sales by 2025 is not just an optimistic forecast. It reflects a rapid maturation of the market and the ability of local manufacturers to provide affordable options that meet consumer demand. This is significant because it positions China as a potential global leader in automotive technology and manufacturing, which could have ripple effects on international trade dynamics and competitive strategies in the automotive sector. 2. Impact of AI on consumer electronics and renewables. The integration of AI technologies in consumer electronics is highlighted as a key growth driver. However, the report suggests that AI is not only enhancing product capabilities but also significantly improving operational efficiencies in renewable energy deployment. This connection between AI and the renewable sector may be underrated. The implications are profound. As AI-driven efficiencies reduce costs and optimize energy usage, the renewable sector could see accelerated adoption, which would contribute to achieving climate targets faster. This synergy indicates a transformative shift in how technologies can interlink to bolster sustainability, making it crucial to recognize the broader implications of AI beyond just consumer products. 3. Policy dynamics in the US versus Europe. The report notes the contrasting policy environments in the US and Europe, particularly regarding EV incentives and emissions standards. While the incoming Trump administration may pose challenges to the US market, the stricter emissions regulations in Europe are likely to foster growth in EV adoption. The potential policy shifts under a new U.S. administration could create a volatile landscape that might stifle growth or redirect investments away from sustainability initiatives. Understanding these political nuances is essential, as they will heavily influence market trajectories and the pace of technological advancement. This underscores the importance of stable and supportive policy frameworks in fostering innovation and investment in clean technologies. 4. The role of data centers in renewable demand. The report highlights a burgeoning demand for renewables driven by data centers, projecting that they could demand an additional 44 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030. This is significant as it reflects the increasing energy consumption of the digital economy, which is often not fully considered in discussions about energy transition. As data centers grow and AI technologies expand, their energy needs will rise, creating a crucial intersection between the tech industry and renewable energy. This presents opportunities for renewable energy providers to partner with tech companies, reinforcing the idea that the digital transformation is intrinsically tied to energy strategies. The implications for energy policy and infrastructure development are vast and warrant attention. 5. Emerging technologies and workforce development. The report mentions the growth in clean energy jobs, particularly in solar and wind, but downplays the broader implications of workforce development in the renewable sector. The necessity for a skilled workforce to meet the demands of new technologies such as advanced solar cells, green hydrogen, and long-duration energy storage cannot be overstated. As companies seek to hire talent with the skills to navigate this transition, there will be a pressing need for educational institutions and training programs to adapt. Overlooking this aspect could lead to significant challenges in scaling renewable technologies effectively, as the success of these sectors depends not just on innovation but also on the availability of a capable workforce. 6. Carbon management and high-integrity offsets. The report touches on the importance of carbon management strategies, particularly the shift towards credible carbon dioxide removal (CDR) approaches. The move away from renewable energy offsets towards operational decarbonization reflects a critical evolution in how companies approach sustainability. This shift is significant as it indicates a growing recognition of the need for real measurable impacts rather than superficial compliance. The emphasis on high-integrity carbon markets can encourage genuine investment in clean technologies and foster a culture of accountability within industries. This development is essential for building consumer trust and ensuring that sustainability claims are backed by tangible results. 7. Potential risks and market volatility. While the report outlines optimistic projections, it underplays the risks associated with market volatility, particularly due to geopolitical tensions and domestic policy shifts. The potential for trade barriers and changing regulations could stifle investment and innovation, particularly in the U.S. market. Recognizing these risks is crucial for stakeholders across sectors to prepare for potential disruptions and adapt strategies accordingly. The interplay between domestic policy, international trade, and technological advancement will shape the future landscape of these industries, necessitating a proactive approach to risk management. In conclusion, while the anticipation of a 50% sales surge across these sectors reflects a positive outlook, understanding the nuanced factors that influence this growth is critical. The interplay of technological advancements, policy dynamics, emerging business models, and workforce challenges presents both opportunities and risks that stakeholders must navigate effectively. Recognizing and addressing these often overlooked elements will be paramount in harnessing the potential of the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors in the coming years. 1. Transformative trends in the automotive sector. The automotive sector is experiencing a powerful transformation, particularly through the rapid adoption of electric vehicles (EVs). In 2023, global EV sales surged to nearly 14 million, with China leading the way, accounting for over one-third of new car registrations. Projections indicate that by 2025, EV sales in China could reach a staggering 50% of total car sales. This growth is fueled by technological advancements, competitive pricing, and a shift towards sustainability, which is critical in addressing climate change and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The competitive landscape among local manufacturers, affordability of EV models, and the decline in internal combustion engine (ICE) vehicle popularity are pivotal trends. The anticipated shift from government subsidies to market-driven dynamics could further accelerate this transition, making EVs more accessible to consumers globally. 2. Renewable energy sector dynamics. The renewable energy sector is witnessing unprecedented growth, especially in solar and wind energy. In 2024, these sources accounted for nearly 90% of new renewable builds, propelled by advancements in cleantech and AI integration. The demand for renewable energy is projected to escalate, driven by burgeoning requirements from data centers and cleantech manufacturing, which collectively are expected to demand an additional 57 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030. The ongoing shift towards sustainability is further supported by favorable policies and investment in infrastructure, emphasizing the need for innovative solutions that enhance operational efficiencies. The interplay between technological innovation, regulatory frameworks, and market demand will be crucial in shaping the future trajectory of the renewable energy landscape. 3. Consumer electronics and AI integration. The consumer electronics sector is on the brink of substantial growth. Driven by the integration of artificial intelligence AI technologies that enhance energy efficiency and product capabilities. The deployment of AI not only optimizes operational efficiencies in renewable energy but also elevates the functionality and appeal of consumer electronics. As AI technologies evolve, they are expected to enable more sustainable practices within this sector, aligning with broader goals of environmental responsibility. The convergence of AI and consumer electronics is anticipated to foster innovation, leading to novel solutions that can significantly reduce energy consumption and promote sustainable consumption patterns. 4. Political and regulatory influences on market dynamics. The political landscape, particularly in the United States, poses significant implications for the automotive and renewable energy sectors. The anticipated policy shifts under the incoming Trump administration raise concerns about the future of EV incentives, which could adversely affect market growth. Conversely, Europe is tightening emissions standards, creating a more favorable environment for EV adoption. This divergence highlights the critical role of government policy in shaping market dynamics and consumer adoption rates. The balance between fostering innovation and implementing regulatory measures will be essential in ensuring sustained growth across these sectors, especially in navigating the complexities of trade tariffs and investment in clean technologies. In summary, the anticipated 50% sales surge across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025 is underpinned by transformative trends in technology, sustainability, and consumer demand, while also being significantly influenced by the political and regulatory environment. Understanding these dynamics will be crucial for stakeholders aiming to capitalize on the growth opportunities within these rapidly evolving markets. 1. The rise of the automobile in the early 20th century. The early 1900s saw a significant surge in automobile production and sales, largely driven by technological advancements in manufacturing, such as the assembly line introduced by Henry Ford. This revolution enabled the mass production of affordable cars, making automobile ownership accessible to a broader segment of the population. By 1920, the number of registered automobiles in the United States had skyrocketed, fundamentally transforming transportation, urban planning, and the economy. The anticipated growth in electric vehicles mirrors this historical shift, where innovation and production capabilities drastically changed consumer habits and market dynamics. 2. The renewable energy boom of the 2000s. The early 21st century marked a pivotal moment for renewable energy, notably driven by advancements in solar and wind technologies. Increased awareness of climate change combined with government incentives and falling costs led to a rapid expansion of renewable energy sources. Countries like Germany pioneered policies that incentivized renewable energy production, resulting in a significant increase in installed capacity worldwide. By 2015, renewable energy sources constituted a substantial portion of global electricity generation, setting the stage for future growth. This historical context parallels the current anticipated surge in the renewable energy sector, where technological advancements and policy frameworks are expected to drive significant market changes. 3. The smartphone revolution in the 2000s. The launch of the iPhone in 2007 catalyzed a dramatic shift in consumer electronics, leading to a rapid adoption of smartphones. This transformation was characterized by innovation in technology, design, and functionality, which created a massive consumer demand for mobile devices. By 2015, smartphones had become ubiquitous, fundamentally changing how people communicate, access information, and interact with technology. The anticipated growth in consumer electronics driven by AI integration and innovative product capabilities reflects a similar trajectory where technological advancements are expected to reshape market dynamics and consumer behaviors significantly. Future outlook: anticipated 50% sales surge across automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025. By 2025, significant growth is expected across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors driven by advancements in technology, rising consumer demand, and supportive policies. This report outlines key trends, challenges, and projections for each sector, anticipating a 50% sales surge. 1. Automotive sector growth. The automotive industry, particularly in electric vehicles (EVs), is poised for explosive growth. As of 2023, global EV sales soared to nearly 14 million, predominantly in China, Europe, and the US. The International Energy Agency (IEA) projects that by 2025 EV sales in China could exceed 50% of new car registrations, significantly surpassing earlier targets. This growth is fueled by increased affordability. Local manufacturers in China are producing affordable EV models, making them competitive with internal combustion vehicles (ICVs). Market dynamics: the phase-out of subsidies in China has not deterred sales, rather the competitive market continues to drive innovations and lower prices. Regulatory support: European markets are tightening emissions standards, promoting further EV adoption. Challenges include potential policy shifts in the U.S. under the incoming administration, which may impact EV incentives and manufacturing competitiveness. However, the overall trajectory remains positive, with a large influx of affordable models expected in the market. 2. Renewable energy sector momentum. The renewable energy sector is on a robust upward trajectory, particularly in solar and wind energy. Key factors influencing this growth include investment surge. A record $71 billion in cleantech investments was noted in 2024, with solar and wind accounting for approximately 90% of new energy capacity additions. Technological advancements: innovations in battery storage and AI integration are streamlining renewable energy deployment and operational efficiencies. Rising demand: data centers are projected to require an additional 44 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030, reflecting the growing need for clean energy sources. By 2025, the renewable sector is expected to maintain its momentum, driven by policy frameworks that support domestic manufacturing and technological innovation. However, the U.S. may face regulatory uncertainties affecting growth. 3. Consumer electronics and AI integration. The consumer electronics sector is set for substantial growth, largely due to the integration of AI technologies that enhance operational efficiencies and product capabilities. Key trends include AI-driven efficiency. AI is expected to optimize energy use in consumer electronics, leading to more sustainable product offerings. Increased demand. The proliferation of smart devices and AI applications is driving consumer interest and market growth. As AI continues to transform the landscape, the consumer electronics sector will likely see a surge in sales as companies innovate and provide more energy-efficient solutions. 4. Key trends and challenges. Across these sectors, several key trends and challenges emerge. Technological innovation, automation, AI, and renewable technologies are driving growth. Companies must stay ahead of the curve to remain competitive. Sustainability focus. Environmental concerns are pushing consumers and businesses towards sustainable products, influencing purchasing decisions. Policy variability. Regulatory environments, particularly in the U.S., may shift under new administrations, impacting incentives and support for EVs and renewable energy. 5. Timeline of events. 2023, record EV sales. China becomes the largest exporter of electric vehicles. 2024, significant investments in renewable energy. Solar capacity surpasses hydropower. 2025, EVs expected to represent 50% of new car sales in China. Renewable energy sector projected to continue its growth trajectory. Conclusion: the anticipated 50% sales surge across the automotive, renewable energy, and consumer electronics sectors by 2025 reflects a convergence of technological advancements, consumer demand, and supportive policy frameworks. While challenges remain, particularly in the US market, the overall outlook is positive. Companies that adapt to these trends and invest in sustainable practices will be best positioned for success in the rapidly evolving market landscape.